You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
The first thing that Gore said to me when I first met him was, when was the last time I saw a decent pirate film?
And action!
If you look at kind of cinema history, Hollywood used to make these movies a lot, and then they just got too expensive. With the kind of advances in digital, animation, you start to see all of these films coming back. So you're basically taking what we've been doing in cell animation and making it photoreal.
That's interesting.
All right, looks good.
The visual effects on this picture fall into three categories. There's the matte paintings that are for establishing environments. There's ships at sea. And there's the skeletal pirates. We ended up building miniatures of all three of the ships that are depicted in the film. Even though the Interceptor was a complete ship, we needed to build a miniature of it because there were a couple of scenes that just really couldn't be done with the Lady Washington. One of them is this big storm, but it represents much bigger swells than you really want to take the Lady Washington out into.
This is certainly one of the biggest things we've done. We've got this 70 by 140 foot pool, 40 inches deep. The ship's mounted on a big rig that puppeteers it, and we have real scale sails, and we have big fans to fill them with air.
We have dump tanks in here that hold 750 gallons of water. They're going to dump down that chute and basically hit the boat on the side, heeling the boat over. We also have 2 different wave makers in here.
And this is all being done this way because it would be extremely expensive and extremely dangerous to do something like this in the open ocean.
Another big thing that necessitated us building a model was that it gets blown up.
Fire!
A lot of effort went into designing what do the pirates look like when they're skeletons, so that they all have recognizable features.
There was a lot of discussion about, how do we get these guys to a place where they are kind of alive yet decomposing.
We started off by doing a lot of these early concept paintings of pirates in their sort of skeletal cursed form. This was a direction that we didn't end up going in. What we have on the wall is sort of side-by-side comparison to headshots that we got of the actors who were cast to play Barabossa's crew. We started by playing around with how much meat to bone ratio we wanted. For instance, this character right here, we actually took digital photos of turkey jerky and grafted sort of this turkey jerky texture on top of a skull that we had taken a digital photo of as well. And then, added little flakes of skin kind of coming off the chin and matted hair, and to sort of give each one of the pirates their own sort of unique pattern of decay.
This is the Geoffrey Rush skull. So we started with our generic skull and then modified it to fit his face. And we're able to sculpt the skull behind it into form-fit it inside to become the skull of the character.
It essentially starts with a modeling supervisor and the modeling staff building the exterior skin. That'll go to what we call the view painters and the view painting supervisors. And they make sure that it's got the proper color, that you get the right kind of little microscopic bumps and detail.
Using this skin that we created over in the model shop and then scanned into the computer, I can then paint from this view, and I can add to the decaying flesh look on his face.
The envelopers make sure that that skin that the modelers have generated follows the articulations of the bones that we've put into the skeletal system. Then we can continue to take other elements of their high-resolution geometry, such as the clothing, and start designing that so that if a creature spins around, the clothing will sort of move out a little bit or will collide properly against the body.
When you marooned me on that godforsaken spit of land, you forgot one very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
We've got really good actors cast in all these roles. So the decision was made that what we should do is anytime there's a skeleton, we should shoot a performance reference of them. And then at some point during the shot, we get what we call a clean plate, which is the camera operator reproducing the same move that he did without the actor present at all. And that lets us sort of draw some of the background to help erase the actor when he's supposed to be a skeleton.
One day I had to go and put on this weird kind of tracksuit with tiny little ping pong balls and go through my actions. It's like when Jeffrey stabs me, I back up into the moonlight. So I had to basically redo the scene, but by myself, wearing this bizarre uniform, you know, with ping pong balls.
That's interesting.
One of the big challenges I found on this movie is the detail that we have to mimic the actors' performances. That way we have something that's already been approved by the director, it's a performance that they're happy with, and it's also a performance that's done by the actor who we're trying to emulate in the shots.
So what now, Jack Sparrow? Are we to be two immortals locked in an epic battle until Judgment Day and the trumpets sound?
Ultimately, all of those different elements all sort of come into a hub of what we call the TDs, or technical directors, that take all that information and on each frame make sure that it has proper lighting, and they render it to make it look as photoreal as we can get it.
I hope we take it to a new level. I hope we take a pirate movie and the swashbuckler part of it to a new level, and that's our intention.